Hello, everybody. I'm Steve Smith. I'm here for the WorkTech Weekly podcast, and I'm joined by Michael Ioffe from Arist. You had a big announcement today with the Department of Labor. Can you share a little bit about that?
Totally. First off, very excited to be here. Thanks for having me. Today, this morning, we announced a partnership with the Department of Labor called Make America AI Ready that will provide free AI upskilling to every single American. So the program is designed to reach the entire American workforce and is delivered entirely via text message. This is designed to be one of the largest and most ambitious public education programs in American history, and we're incredibly excited about it.
Well, I mean, the thing that's interesting is, and I've known you for a few years now, and I've been a big fan of Arist, and I think that you're doing something that's truly innovative and revolutionary. And I know a little bit of background about how this is going to deploy, and I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah. Can you kind of give us just a snapshot of how is this actually going to work? So if you're my mom and you're living in suburban Texas, how would you actually get into this course?
Yeah, totally. So we've really focused on reducing the barrier to entry as much as possible. So all anybody needs to do to sign up is just text READY to 20202. That's READY to 20202. And you'll be immediately enrolled into a course that is delivered entirely effectively as a conversation via text message.
Excellent. And so what are you going to learn in this? What are the steps that she'd go through if she was going through this?
Yeah, totally. So the course is built around the Department of Labor's AI literacy framework, which is essentially a multi-part framework focused on, helping Americans understand AI deeply, consider the ethical considerations of using AI, and essentially be very, very thoughtful about not only using AI in a safe and effective and ethical way, but also benefiting from AI in a very meaningful way.
And so what does a successful outcome look like from this initiative if it comes to pass, and potentially there could be 100 million Americans taking this course?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that we care about most is making sure that the American worker does not get left behind, right? I think the unfortunate part about AI today is that a lot of educational resources and a lot of where AI has benefited Americans it hasn't benefited everybody equally, right? So the ideal outcome here is that A, we're leveling the playing field for every American, and B, we're able to ensure that every American worker is able to actively use AI to improve their earnings, make their career better, and really benefit in a meaningful way.
And so how did this whole initiative come about?
Yeah, totally. So there was an executive order about a year ago, mandating or recommending AI education for every single American as part of a program called the Pledge to America's Youth that the White House released. And so we signed that pledge, over the summer. And this is really our commitment to America and to the American worker.
And so, what I'm kind of curious about is when you think about just the deployment scale on this. I know, without naming any names, I know some of the companies that you work with, and then they're not small and they are not simple. They're very large, multinational, complex organizations. But potentially this is like an order of magnitude difference on deliverability. How did you make sure you were ready to handle this challenge?
Yeah, totally. So first off, we were very lucky to have Meta, Twilio, and Amazon as partners for this initiative. So they're helping us with both media, cloud, and messaging. And so we're lucky to have this is a coalition of partners supporting this. Arist is also designed and is the partner of choice for some of America's largest and most complex initiatives across all types of upskilling. So we've been lucky to work with tons of great enterprises, and this is really an extension of our work, managing and handling very, very complex enablement programs.
So understand kind of what the purpose of the program is for American workers, but what about Arist? So successful outcome from your standpoint. Where does an initiative like this potentially take you?
Yeah, totally. So for us, we started Arist with a firm belief that the way that learning was being delivered was not actually benefiting anybody, right? And so I think this has been the greatest, from my point of view, one of the greatest underwritings of the Arist course model, the Arist delivery method, the efficacy of meeting people where they are, and really our core belief that learning should meet people where they are. So we're incredibly grateful to be a part of this, and I think it's a validation of where the future of learning is going.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, I know you have a lot of other things to get to. I appreciate you making some time on the fly to talk to us, and congratulations to you and Ryan and Maxine. You're very impressive founders, and you built a really great company. I'm really happy for y'all with this announcement. So
that means the world.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that. Yeah. It's great to see you.